Good morning, everyone. I want to begin today by reminding you of a powerful truth. You will not fail, not because of your own strength, but because of the unshakable promises of God. Life can sometimes feel overwhelming. We face challenges that seem insurmountable, doubts that threaten to derail our path, and moments when failure feels inevitable. But I'm here to tell you today, God says you will not fail. His words are true, His promises are certain, and with Him by your side, you are destined for victory. So let's dive into the message of hope and strength that God has for each of us today. Sometimes it's hard to understand why things are happening the way they are. You might feel lost, overwhelmed, or unsure about your next step. But even in those quiet moments when nothing seems to make sense, God wants you to know this. He sees what you can't see. You might only see the obstacles in front of you, but God sees the path beyond them. You might feel like everything is falling apart, but God sees how it's all falling into place. While you're wondering if anything is happening, God is already at work in the background, making a way that will unfold at just the right time. God knows the end from the beginning. He sees every detail of your life, every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered, and every moment you thought He was silent. He hasn't forgotten you. He's not ignoring your pain. He's preparing something greater than you can imagine. Right now, He's aligning people, circumstances, and opportunities that will come together at the perfect moment. You don't have to see it to believe it. You don't need proof to have faith. Trust that He's working even when you can't feel it. Think about how often we try to fix things ourselves. We stress, we plan, we worry. But God is saying, I've already gone ahead of you. I'm preparing the way. Sometimes He removes things from our lives, not to punish us, but to protect us. Sometimes the doors that close are actually saving us from what we can't see. His vision goes far beyond our limited understanding. And while we may not understand it now, there will come a moment when we look back and realize He was guiding us all along. So don't let your current situation define your future. Don't let what you see now convince you that nothing is happening. Just because the way isn't visible doesn't mean it isn't being made. God is not a God of confusion. He is a God of clarity and purpose. He's not just watching your journey, He's walking it with you. And right now, He is whispering to your heart, I am making a way for you. You've been waiting, praying, and hoping, but the answer hasn't come yet. And maybe you're starting to wonder, did God forget? Is He even listening? But here's what God wants you to know right now. A delay is not a denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. God is not ignoring your prayers. He's not withholding blessings to hurt you. He's holding them until the perfect moment. What you call a delay, God calls preparation. He's getting everything in order. Your heart, your mindset, your surroundings. So when the door opens, you're ready to walk through it with confidence and purpose. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't move as quickly as we want them to. We live in a world that moves fast, that teaches us to expect instant results. But God doesn't operate on our timeline. He works according to His divine purpose, and His timing is always perfect. Sometimes He slows things down not to frustrate us, but to build something deeper within us. Patience, endurance, trust. And sometimes He's protecting us from things we don't even realize could harm us. If He gave us what we asked for too soon, it could crush us instead of bless us. So He waits, and in that waiting He shapes us. Think about all the times you felt disappointed by a delay, only to realize later that it worked out better than you ever imagined. That wasn't a coincidence. His power hasn't faded, and His promises are still true. So if you feel like you're at the end of your rope, don't give up. If you can't see a way forward, don't lose hope. This is not the end. God is still writing your story, and He's not finished yet. What looks like a dead end is actually a turning point. What feels like defeat is making room for a miracle. And in the middle of your impossible situation, God is declaring, I am making a way for you. One of the hardest things to do is let go of control. We like to plan, to map things out, to hold tightly to what we think is best. But sometimes our plans can block the path that God is trying to lead us down. We hold on to what feels safe, familiar, or logical. Meanwhile, God is calling us to something greater. He's saying, let go. Trust me, I know the way. It's not easy to release what you've worked so hard for or what you've always believed was right. But real peace comes not from controlling the outcome, but from trusting the one who already knows it. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means placing your life into God's hands with full confidence that He will lead you better than you could ever lead yourself. He sees the things you don't. He knows what's ahead. And while we often try to force things to happen in our timing, God's way is always better, always wiser, always more purposeful. And your own expectations and your own need to figure it all out. Many times we're waiting for direction, but God is waiting for surrender. He's waiting for us to say, Lord, I don't know how this will work out, but I trust you to lead me. That's when things begin to shift. Not because we made it happen, but because we gave God the space to do what only He can do. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop carrying the burden that was never yours to carry in the first place. So if you've been trying to figure it all out, trying to hold everything together, trying to force open a door that won't move, maybe it's time to take a breath and release it. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of what's no longer serving you. Let go of the fear that if you don't control it, everything will fall apart. God is not asking you to have all the answers. He's asking you to trust Him. Because right now, in the middle of your surrender, He is saying, I am making a way for you. You've been waiting, holding on, staying faithful, even when it's been hard. You've walked through the storm, survived the silence, and kept moving when everything in you wanted to quit. And now, God is saying something powerful to your spirit. A breakthrough is coming. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it, but something is shifting. Something is being released in the unseen. God hasn't forgotten your prayers, and He hasn't missed your tears. Every moment of faith, every step of obedience, every time you chose to trust Him, it's all building toward what He's about to do. Breakthrough doesn't always come the way we expect. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it starts with a small change in your heart before it shows up in your circumstances. But when God moves, it will be undeniable. What once felt heavy will lift. What once seemed impossible will start to unfold. The walls that felt unmovable will begin to fall. It might not come overnight, but it will come in God's perfect timing. And when it does, you'll understand why you had to wait, why you had to grow through the struggle, and why God needed to prepare you before He released the blessing. This next season is going to look different. Doors will open that were once locked. Opportunities will find you. Peace will return to your heart. Restoration will touch the areas you thought were too broken. God is not just going to give you what you lost, He's going to give you more. Not because you earned it, but because He is faithful to finish what He started in you. You didn't come this far to be forgotten. You've been planted, not buried. And now, it's time to rise. So lift your head even if it still feels hard. Keep your heart open, even if it's been hurt. Stay expectant even when you don't see the full picture yet, because breakthrough is near. God is not just working around you, He's working for you, in you and through you, and right now He is declaring over your life, I am making a way for you. You may have walked through uncertainty, faced delay, wandered in the wilderness, stared at the impossible, wrestled with control, and waited for breakthrough, but through it all, one truth remains unshaken. God is making a way for you. He's not distant, He's not silent. He's present, active, and faithful. Every step, every tear, every prayer has been seen and heard by the one who holds your future in His hands. His plan is unfolding even when it doesn't feel like it. His promises are still true even when the road is unclear. And His love for you has never wavered, not for a second. So today, hold on to that truth with everything in you. Don't give up in the waiting. Don't lose heart in the unknown. God is not finished with your story. In fact, He's just getting started. He's opening doors you never thought could open. And when it all comes together, you'll look back and realize He was making a way all along. Keep trusting, keep walking, keep believing, because God is still saying to you, I'm making a way for you.